Hey everyone, Peter Drucker is credited with saying, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast." And while no one is completely sure if he actually said that, my experience is definitive. The culture always wins. I wrote in my book, Results Rule, that a compelling culture is your ultimate competitive advantage in a world where products and services are viewed as interchangeable. That's why this episode of the Results Rule Show will answer this question: what are the characteristics of a great company culture? Several times per year, I do a session on creating a culture of excellence for MBA students at Southern Methodist University. And I always begin by asking them to describe what they think a great company culture looks like. Their answers probably won't surprise you. A clear vision, open communication, a fun place to work, the opportunity to grow and develop, a manager that cares about them, work-life balance, social consciousness. There are others, but most are about what the culture needs to look like from the perspective of the person working there. That's important, but there are at least two other perspectives to consider. What does the culture need to look like for the customer? And what does it need to look like for the company? You see, the only culture that really matters is the one that enables and sustains your ability to deliver results. A culture that's a fun, rewarding experience for employees but doesn't deliver results isn't a company, it's a party. When you think of the characteristics of a great culture for your company, start with being intentional about what you want to create from the perspectives of all the stakeholders involved. I already mentioned three: the customer, the company, and the employee. More and more companies today are adding a fourth perspective: the community and overall commitment to advancing the greater good. There is no single universal set of behaviors or actions that every company culture should emulate. Yours has to work for your business. Fun, creative, and a little wacky works if you're Amy's Ice Cream in Austin, Texas. It might not be an important part of your culture if you operate nuclear power plants like my friends at the Southern Nuclear Operating Company. Through over 25 years of work in this area, I found that these 7 characteristics are always present in a great company culture, even if they aren't accomplished the same way. 1. There's a unified set of organizational beliefs, assumptions, and values that define what is important for all the important stakeholders to succeed. A lot of companies miss the mark in establishing a great culture because they don't take the time to really think about the beliefs, assumptions, and values that should guide all areas of their business. They settle for generic value statements that don't really mean anything to anyone. They also allow their culture to be hijacked by allowing it to be defined as things like free lunches, beanbag chairs, or having fun. Southwest Airlines, for example, is known for having fun. They know that fun at work makes things more enjoyable for everyone, and it allows people to be more productive. That's why customers are always posting their favorite Southwest flight attendant video. And you can find a link to mine in the description below. But all of that fun wouldn't be a point of distinction if Southwest didn't get the basics, such as safety, timeliness, and having the bags you check for free actually show up at your destination. So please take the time to be thorough and thoughtful with this. What are the beliefs, assumptions, and values that define your culture from all the perspectives that make you successful? 2. There's an environment that attracts and retains top talent. Most of the factors those MBA students shared fall into this category. These are all high achievers in a top-notch graduate program. And if you hire MBA students, you would want to consider everything they said. But if you hire code writers or firefighters or auto technicians, you want an environment that attracts the best of that group. Some things are always on the list. People want to know what is expected of them. They want the tools and the time to do great work. And they want to have a manager who recognizes their contribution and then develops them for the future. They want to work for a company that has a positive vision for where they're headed, and they want flexibility and recognition of their life away from work. And more, they want work to be a place that has a sense of purpose. I want you to do this. Ask your very best employees what's important to them. What would make them want to work someplace even if it paid 1% less? Then work to create an environment that attracts those people. 3, great cultures are designed to consistently achieve desired results. Delivering results isn't just important for the company. It's also critical for attracting and engaging your people. There's a reason that the best-selling jerseys for any professional sports teams are the best players on that team. It's the same reason why the best-selling football jerseys worldwide are names like Manchester United, Real Madrid, and FC Barcelona. People want to associate with organizations that consistently deliver great results. 4, there's a high degree of mutual respect, cooperation, and trust. This is another of those areas that benefits the company while creating a place where top talent wants to work. When trust, respect, and cooperation are low, people look out for their own immediate interest, even when it hurts the customers and company over the long term. The most productive cultures are inclusive. People readily cooperate and collaborate to do what's best for the customer, and everyone is trusted to do what they're supposed to do the way they're supposed to do it. Micromanaging is at a minimum, and you don't have to constantly look over your shoulder to wonder who's going to stab you in the back. 5, the vision, goals, and strategic objectives are all aligned. Everyone is clear on the most important things that make the customer and the business successful, and they know how their specific job contributes to that overall goal. This clarity focuses the energy, and it also allows people to feel and be successful. 6, people who do what they say they will do. This is an extension of trust, but it's an important one. Great cultures have a high degree of accountability and personal responsibility. There's a feeling of ownership that leads your team to take it personally when they don't meet your goals or live your values. And 7, there's a culture of continuous improvement and innovation. I've lumped those words together, but they aren't necessarily the same thing. Continuous improvement is about getting better at doing your job as it is today. Innovation is about seeking new solutions and changes that potentially transform the future. The best cultures maintain a healthy balance between the two. Well, that's it for this episode. Great cultures share these 7 characteristics. They often have different ways of demonstrating and reinforcing them, but the characteristics are always there.